So today we are going to discuss regarding the pons. Pons, it is the middlemost part of the brainstem which connects the midbrain with the medulla oblongata. Continues above as midbrain and below as medulla oblongata, and this junction is called as pontomedullary junction. So the pons, it it's in its external features, it will be having ventral surface and posteriorly the dorsal surface. When we go to the ventral surface of the pons, we can see a depression or a sulcus at the center, and the sulcus is because of the basilar artery which is lodging here, and this sulcus divides it into two equal halves, and these two halves are convex, and over the ventral surface we can see the transverse ridges. We can see the transverse ridges which are of the pontine fibers running from the right cerebral hemisphere to the left cerebral hemispheres, the transverse ridges. And then this is about the ventral surface, and going to the dorsal surface of the pons. So the dorsals, when we go to the dorsal surface of the pons, we can see it is covered by one space, and this space is the fourth ventricle. This space is the fourth ventricle. Actually, this is also covered by a cerebellum. When we remove the cerebellum out, we can enter into the fourth ventricular cavity, and then we can go into the dorsal surface of the pons. So like dorsal surface of the pons, it is covered by the fourth ventricle and the cerebellum posteriorly. This was the external features related to the pons. And now coming to the internal features related to the pons, we can study the pons in two sections. One is at the lower pons and one is at the upper pons. So we will take two sections of the pons. So here we can see this section is at the level of the upper pons, this section is at the level of the lower pons, and these two sections are of the midbrain at the level of superior colliculus and the inferior colliculus. So when we go to the lower pons section, we can see the structures like this. Okay, so this is the lower part section. Mainly the pons is divided into two parts. Anteriorly this part is called as basis, and this part is called as tegmentum part. In this basis part, only the descending tracts runs, like corticospinal, corticopontine and the corticonuclear fibers runs through this basis part. And when we come to the tegmentum part, through this all the ascending tracts, descending tracts and the cranial nerve nucleuses are present in the tegmentum part. So first we will discuss regarding the cranial nerves nucleus which are present in this part. Mainly the vestibulocochlear nerve. Okay, vestibulocochlear nerve, it is having three nucleuses: ventrocochlear nucleus and the dorsal cochlear nucleus and the vestibular nucleus. Again vestibular nucleus is divided into four parts, but mainly we can see it is on three nucleuses of the vestibulocochlear nerve. And then we can see the abducent nerve and the motor nucleus of the facial nerve. Abducent nerve, facial nerve and the vestibulocochlear nerve. And there is one more nucleus of the trigeminal nerve. This one. This is the spinal nucleus of the trigeminal nerve at the lower section of the pons. So like this the cranial nerve nucleuses are arranged. Cranial nerve nucleuses are arranged at the tegmentum part. Now we will discuss regarding the tracts. Okay, so when we go from the medial to the lateral side, we can see the medial lemniscus. So this medial lemniscus, it will ascend like this till the midbrain like this. Okay, and this is coming from here, from the medulla oblongata. So it is like ascending into the lower pons and the upper pons, and at the level of inferior colliculus, superior colliculus. So like this there are different tracts which are ascending up and descending down. So this one is medial lemniscus, this one is the spinal lemniscus. Okay, and this forms the trigeminal lemniscus, and this forms the lateral lemniscus. This will This is called as superior colliculus, which will ascend as an lateral lemniscus. So like this, the 4 lemniscus are there: medial lemniscus, spinal lemniscus, trigeminal lemniscus, and the lateral lemniscus. And here we can see the 2 tracts running like this. That is, anteriorly this tract is called as rubrospinal tract. Rubrospinal tract and the tectospinal tract. Rubrospinal tract and the tectospinal tract, and the median longitudinal bundle. 3 tracts are present at the posterior aspect of the tegmentum. 3 tracts at the posterior aspect of the tegmentum, from anterior to the posterior side: tectal, rubrospinal, tectospinal, and the medial longitudinal bundle, like this. So these are the structures present at the lower pons. Next, going to the upper pons level. Again here also the same. This one is the medial lemniscus, trigeminal lemniscus, spinal lemniscus, and the lateral lemniscus. This is the middle cerebellar peduncle, and these are the 5th cranial nerve nucleuses. And we can see the structures here, the same thing. Rubrospinal tract, behind tectospinal tract, and behind that is median longitudinal bundle. So 3 structures at the midline: rubrospinal, tectospinal, and the medial longitudinal bundle. And from midline to the lateral side, 4 lemniscus: medial lemniscus, trigeminal lemniscus, spinal lemniscus, and the lateral lemniscus, and the 5th cranial nerve nuclei emerging out from the upper pons. Anteriorly we can see the same descending tracts. So these are the sections at the level of the pons. So tracts are like ascending up, like this.